Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And I just got this GWG1000 here, and I already made a unboxing, kind of a short review of this watch, but I wanted to make another video where I can compare, because this is the latest Mudmaster in a line of Mudmasters, that I wanted to compare this with the GWG2000 and the GWG1000, and so I can show you different things. You can kind of compare these in reality, well, not in reality, but I guess here in the video, and you can kind of tell the difference and kind of choose in what direction, if you're wondering which watch to buy, if you haven't bought one, or you're missing one of these. And this is the line again, GWG1000. That's my favorite. I've been wearing this for many years, and I just think that this is the watch that I've kind of waited for many years, and they finally came out with this years ago, and I have just been loving this watch to the full extent. So here's this watch, the LED. You're very familiar with these watches if you have this GWG1000. Very simple design, funky at the same time, but interesting. And the crown, I believe this is the first time they started using these crowns here, the adjustable crowns for the different molds, the buttons and the strap and all this stuff, the sensor cover. Very nice, very interesting, very big. And with the 2000, this was a different step, going to a different direction. This is actually a bit smaller. As you can see, it's even visible. The actual glass is all the way up to the surface. On this one, it's not the 1000. I've made, I believe, a review already on these, comparing these. And this is the LED on this one. This is the LED on this one. So they're on the bottom at the 6 o'clock. And the design of this is, obviously is a little bit different. You see the carbon kind of shapes under these parts. And now this is the GWG1000 here. That's it's kind of a, in its own way, very different. Yes, I mean, it does look like a Mudmaster, but it has more metal, more metal. I don't really see any carbon fiber here. And I'm gonna leave the 1000 down, because this is obviously, it's a little bit different watch. It just has this plastic rubberish cover that actually takes off if you need to replace. So this is very different from the new models. That's the 2000 and the GWGB1000 here on the right, and this is what they look like. The 2000 has the carbon fiber sticking up from over these different parts right here, and on the bottom part you can see very beautiful shapes. Obviously, very interesting shapes. The strap is very similar, with the exception that this is a rubber strap, okay, where the GWGB1000 is back to the metal straps. And the difference, the major difference, obviously the design is a little bit different, but the buttons have a completely different feeling, and they have a completely different design. This one is kind of cylindrical, kind of stuck in, very similar to the GWG 1000 here. It just doesn't have the gold shape, this and that. Very similar to the first model. The buttons are similar, but not the same, obviously, because the buttons here are sticking out. These are not. and they have this strange kind of interesting shape. Compared to the 2000, completely different shape. Well, not completely, actually similar, but the GWG1000s are sticking out. They still have the cylinders, this protective cylinder. This one is actually much bigger, as you can see, and completely different design in the materials that they used on this watch. As far as the design, obviously the dial is very different, and obviously the crown here, the crown on the 2000 is kind of shaped in a very strange way, where it's kind of wider on the at the edge, and it becomes narrower. I believe it feels, yeah, it becomes narrower when it goes in. So that's a big difference in this crown. This one is here, it's a little bit hidden, but it kind of copies the GWG 1000 crown. The GWG 1000 crown here. On the left is just, this one is sticking out more. That's a function that if you have big fingers like mine, this one is kind of much easier to deal with here on the 1000, where the B1000, the crown is kind of hidden inside there. It's still okay to use it, but I wish they probably made it a little bit more open. Again, not sure what the reasoning is to hide these. And this left side, okay, the sensor is hidden here in these two little holes, where this one has the net here, the mesh. And again, buttons are completely different design. Again, more metal visible. And let's put I'm gonna shut down the light, and we can compare the actual the illuminators. And here we go. This first difference is the GWG2000, the illuminator is at the 6 o'clock mark. So as you can see, it still lights up the whole watch, but it's from the bottom, and kind of the number 6 actually gets the absorbs a lot of the light, where this watch has the illuminator at the, what it looks like it's 5. No, it's between 4 and 5. Okay, yeah, it's between 4 and 5. So that is the big difference between these two. And the GWG1000 has the light also on the 6 o'clock mark on the bottom. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I need to try to hold these, and I'm going to use my flashlight to get the new bright arrows and clock marks to illuminate in the dark. So just 1 second. So here we go. This is what these watches look like when they absorb the light. I would say GWG2000 in the middle and the GWG1000 on the right are almost identical. Not the same, but very similar, where the GWG1000 has a much bigger markers on the hours, obviously, and I believe it's a more visible design compared to the other two. Yep, I mean it's pretty obvious. Even the second marker is very big and very obvious. So this is what they look like. in case you're wondering, or in case you're gonna need to see this at night. Again, my personal preference, I believe the GWG1000 is still my favorite at this point. I have not worn the 2000 in the middle yet. I believe I wore one of the other 2000s. I have the other limited edition, but I haven't really worn these. I just love this 1000. I keep wearing it, and I customized this yellow bracelet, the strap, as you can see, and it just I just love this watch the way it looks like. In this case, again, the comparison is, whether you guys would want to buy one of these or whether you would prefer one of these, I'm not sure. These are the options that I'm giving you, and the difference and what I feel about these. So let me turn the light on. Very similar designs, obviously. The straps, mud resistant, blah blah blah, but still this obviously looks kind of oldish type of a design. The 2000 looks much more futuristic with this carbon fiber shading here on the parts. These little yellow markers, little yellow parts popping out here and there. Obviously here, the menus on these are very similar. The dials, they're very similar because they use, I believe, almost the same menus. And obviously, this watch now jumping in is a very much an upgrade and a completely different, I would say different design, not completely, but a different design where this is more oriented to be used with your app, with the Bluetooth through the phone. Not really intended only to be used with these manual functions on the buttons, where the 2000 here and the 1000 there, you can, they're actually made so you can use all the functions on your hand. Obviously, they don't have Bluetooth connections or anything, where this one has, and that's why this is a more future-oriented watch with completely different features that are presented for the convenience of the actual person that's going to wear these. Most likely, you're going to buy this watch because of the features that it offers with the app and the phone. And the phone app from Casio that needs to be connected to this watch. I will also show you some of the functions on this watch in another video, but this is the comparison at this point. I guess I will try to stay away from kind of pointing or guiding you to whatever you should buy, because this should be your decision. These are the different things that these watches have: forged carbon, then you have vibresist, different description. There's nothing actually on this one. I would say that this looks like a very nice watch, the latest model. I thought it's almost like, I believe I saw another video where this watch was presented to be something between the 1000 and 2000, but to be honest with you, I don't believe it is. This is a in size, it's very close to the 2000 in the middle, because obviously the 1000 is just a pretty very big watch, but the thinking whether this is a better watch than the 2000, I would say that probably is, because of the actual features, and the purpose. The actual features offered are much bigger. I mean, the 2000 compared to this one, pretty much there's not really a comparison, because you're lacking the Bluetooth functions and the app access with the GWG, the 1000 and the 2000 in the middle. Obviously, And it's, if you like the GWG2000, then you go with that one. But this is a completely different setup. It's oriented to be used in a more advanced way through the app again. And you can try to watch the Casio movie that they made on this watch. It's very interesting, and then you can get you can understand more of why this watch is different and what it offers more than the other Mudmasters. So again, beautiful watch, very nice. There are some things that are kind of strange to me. I just don't want to use negative words. In this case, I wish that they would improve some of these things to, for some people like me that have kind of bigger fingers, these kind of buttons are very small, and this crown is kind of small, kind of tucked in. Also a precaution on this sapphire glass that it's just flush with one level with the bezel. That would be a risk for me if this actually watch is worn in the wild. And those are the several things that I would see. I saw also that there's a difference in the design of this. As you can see, the actual way this watch will fit on a wrist. This is a flatter watch where it offers this kind of wider distance here, where the 2000 sits more roundish, and obviously the 1000 sits even narrowish here, so it's closer to the wrist on the top and bottom parts. And this one is a little bit wider, as you can see the curve right here, and then there is almost like no curve on this latest one. Not sure what this is about. It's just the design of this watch, and that's how they made it. Possibly this could be a very good watch for people with flatter wrists or maybe bigger wrists. But that's what I see on the design of these. And again, please drop in your comments or questions in the comment section of the video, and I would happily respond to them as soon as possible. And let me know if you need something else that I need to make another video about this watch, and I will gladly do it. This is a fairly new watch, I would say almost new watch. I think it came out in the last month or a couple months, so you wouldn't have that many videos. But please feel free to drop in comments or questions or requests, and I'll definitely try to answer them, or possibly make another video of this. I will try to make another video of the functions of this watch, and I will see if I can find the phone actually to show you what it does. And this would be it. This is the comparison of these, and I hope I answered some of your maybe some of your questions that you may have had in your head of how these compare, and what's the difference of them, and whether you can make a solid decision of what watch you would want to buy. Again, guys, please thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and your support is greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching again, guys. Thank you.